Hey guys, RJ here from Books Blues, and today I'm going to share with you my July wrap-ups. So in July I finished 6 books, and the books are The Fletcher by Beth O'Leary. These 2 books, which is part of a series, I don't think it's trilogy anymore because I think there's more books coming up. So I finished A Court of Mystery and A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. I love this series, by the way. And a little graphic novel. It's called Witchy by Ariel Slamot-Rees. I think that's how you pronounce the name. And I got this book from a subscription box outfit back in, I'm not sure whether it was 2 months ago, but yeah, it was part of the box. And then the next one, we have 7 Deadly Shadows by Courtney Alameda and Valeen Maitani. I think that's how you pronounce the names. And the last book that I finished is The Kingdom of Back by Mary Lou. So these are the 6 books that I finished. So I'll share with you a little bit about the books individually and what I thought about them. Not really in depth. This is not really a review kind of thing that I'm doing. Just to share with you the books that I've read and whether you have read them and what you think about them. So let's get to it. So let's get to these 2 books. So last month I read, well, not last month, in June I read the first book, which is this book. This is the first book in the series, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's a retelling of the Beauty and the Beast, and with a slight twist. I liked it a lot, but when I started reading the second book, Echomath, I decided that I liked this book better than the first, probably because of Rhysand. He is amazing. He's moody. He's my book boyfriend. He is right now, like currently. I do have a lot of book boyfriends, but right now he is in the highest list. And I love the back and forth banter between him and Feyre. I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there have already read this series. I'm a little bit late to the fandom. What I like about A Court of Mist and Fury is that there's a lot about Rhys and Feyre, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of Rhys, and also the fact that I was able to visualize the Night Court, and it was so in-depth, like the way she described with visuals and everything. So I was so captivated by the fact that when I was reading it, I was able to, you know, just picture it, like, oh, okay, this is how it is. And then right after I finished the book, I decided to just Google and go on Pinterest as well to see how others depicted Night Court, and it's just so beautiful. It's amazing. That is one of the main reasons I love this book. And also with new characters introduced, Rhysand's crew, and you know, you get to know the characters even more. I feel like the second book is more action-packed compared to the first one. A Court of Mystery and A Court of Mist and Fury really did well with that, and I really appreciate it. On to the next one. So this is the 3rd volume for the ACOTAR series. This one though, it is still war compared to the second book. Is a different type of war. A different type of war that is threatening Feyre and you know, the Night Court and all the fairies. And in this book, there is a lot of plot twists. There is a lot of things that you thought you expect to happen, but it didn't, and then you thought, you know, otherwise and stuff like that. And I do love this. I do. It's just that I think there was a point of time where I thought, I don't know whether I could continue reading it, because there was some parts that was quite slow, and then I thought, like, you know, oh man, you know, I don't have you know, my flow of reading just cut off because of how slow it was. But the ending made up for it. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm not going to go in depth about the books that I've read in July, because I'm not really good with summarizing, because I may just end up spoiling it. The only thing about this book is just I thought that it was too long, it was too thick. It's not worth the 700 pages. Is it 700? yeah, the 700 pages. So overall, I do love the Akota series. I'm looking forward to reading the next book, which is A Court of Frost and Starlight. I haven't read that. The next book that I'm going to talk to you about is The Fletcher by Beth O'Leary. Oh my goodness, guys, please read this book. This is such a cute contemporary chick lead romance book that I've never really came across. So basically this is a story about Leon and Tiffy. So it's about, well, basically Fletcher. Tiffy is trying to move on from, you know, her past relationship. She was looking for a budget kind of house for her to live in while she's trying to move on from her past relationship. And then we have Leon. He is a night shift nurse. Leon needed more income, so he decided to advertise his home for the Fletcher. And then things happened, and then they decided to, you know, live together. But previously or initially, they won't be seeing each other because their work timing is like separated, like they weren't supposed to meet. So they decided to communicate through post-it notes. They will leave it on the fridge, the dining table, the wardrobe, and then, you know, things happen, and it's just so cute. It's I've never I think I don't remember the last time I read this kind of book and I was really either laughing out loud or really get angry, like super pissed off with the characters in there, not necessarily the main characters. And I just love the story, like the flow of the story is just, it's really nice. So basically this book just brings a smile on your face. Like it's really cute romance. It's not those kind that you would go cringe. I really enjoyed it and I highly recommend it. This is one of the favorite books that I've read in July. So The Fletcher. Okay, so up next is Witchy by Ariel Slemmet Rees. And this is a graphic novel. So the first thing is I really love the illustrations. It's really cute. It's really magical in a way, because anyways this book is about magic. What this book is about is Witch Kingdom, and your magic, well, the length of your hair determines the strength of your magic. If your hair is short like mine, you're not really that powerful, or your magic is not that strong, and the longer your hair is, the stronger your magic. But if your hair has been deemed that it's weirdly too long, or like too long, that, well, I think they have like a limit of how long your hair should be, but if it goes too long over that line, you'll be killed. So basically that's all I can say. And this is not a standalone. This is a series which I'm looking forward to the second book. Going into this, I did not expect to feel all types of emotions. There is humor in it. There is some really emotional part of the books, hints, something to do with the family. The characters in the book, they are really funny. They have different personalities, different characteristics. Like I said, the illustration is amazing. If you're a fan of graphic novels, I will highly recommend this book, Witchy. Okay, next up is The Seven Deadly Shadows by these two authors, which is Courtney Alameda and Valine Maytani. I feel that this book is about hope and loyalty and family. So basically, it's in the picture. It's about a shrine, and with demons, like you know, the Japanese, a little bit about Japanese folklore, the kitsune. I love kitsunes. If you love kitsune, you should read The Shadow of the Fox, I think. Okay, that's another time about other books. But first of all, I gave this book 3.5 stars, probably because it's really predictable. It is a fantasy genre, and there are a lot of fantasy books out there that are predictable, but you know, there are a lot of twists and, you know, things that will make it interesting in the middle of the book or at the end. This book is about a war between a mortal realm and demonic kind of, like a demons kind of world. So it is war at the end of the day, and I feel like there's not a lot of actions that, you know, that is packed in this book, which is quite disappointing, because I was looking forward to that, with different types of, you know, creatures and demons, and they even have like trolls. Was it trolls or ogre? I can't remember, but you know, see, I can't really remember, because it's just, it's not enough. I wanted more. And the beginning of the book was really good. I was captivated by it and I wanted to go on. So as I kept reading and I reached the middle part of the book, I was like, I was beginning to go and then the ending did help make it up a little bit, my disappointment, but not enough. Initially, I was really excited about this book because if you watch my previous videos, I am a fan of Japan. I love going to Japan. I love Japanese folklore, kitsunes, like I mentioned, and I recently went to Inari Shrine. This book unfortunately did not live up to my expectations. It's not bad, but it's not like wow. So for me though, even if it's not a book for me, it might be for you. So I would never tell you not to read it, but it's just that if you were to ask me whether I would recommend this, maybe, but not like, you know, it shouldn't be in the highest list of your TBR to get to. So Seven Deadly Shadows. Last one, The Kingdom of Back by Mary Lou. I am in love with this book. So this book is a sort of historical fiction, I guess, and it is also fantasy genre, I guess. It is about Mozart. If you are a fan of, you know, Mozart, or you know, like, you're musically inclined in terms of piano and stuff, which I'm not. So at first, going into this book, I was like, really? About piano? About musical things? I was not really interested, but the first chapter already, I was like, I ended up loving this book because it's full of magical things. It's fairies. This book is really an escape from reality. It's out of this world, but you are able to relate it back to real life, meaning this book is actually about family. It's about siblings. It's also about those those times back then where women are supposed to be seen but not to be heard. This book has the power to inspire. That's what I feel about this book, and it really educates you. I feel like the author Mary Lou really has poured her heart and soul into this book, and I really recommend this book to any of you out there. And yeah, I really love this. And I remember when I was turning to the last page, I just did not want to let go of this story. So I highly recommend this book. Go check this out, The Kingdom of Back. So those are all the books that I've read in July, and I hope you enjoyed this. This is my first time doing like a video like this, like wrap up. So I'm planning to share with you my August TBR in the next video, I hope. So I hope you did enjoy this, and I hope you get to learn a few books if you've not heard of them. And I do recommend all these books. So sometimes when I say that, you know, I don't like this book, I do not like to say that do not buy or do not read this, because everyone has different expectations. It might not be a book for me, but it might be for you, so you never know. And let me know in the comments if you've already read those books, what you think about those, and what are the books that you will recommend to me. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye!